This is Randy Ferris, head basketball coach at Central Academy of Excellence. Welcome to another episode of Coach's Corner on Cascade Sports. Cascade Sports, the home of the student athlete. Recently in the Cascade Sports studio, we were able to talk to Dr. Ayodele Lewis, who is a nationally known writer and speaker. And we're lucky enough now to be able to go in a little bit different way that we've never gone before on Cascade Sports, covering a sport that we've never covered before. And we're going to be speaking to Dr. Lewis's daughter, Ayodele Lewis, and she is a figure skater. And not only that, she's been very successful, and she has Olympic aspirations for the future. So, if I could ask you, welcome to be here. And then the second thing, I understand there's a story involved with how you got started with figure skating.
Yeah, actually, it's really interesting. I asked for it for my birthday as a birthday present, and I've only been skating like once or twice before. So basically, I did the lesson. It was really fun, and then afterwards, I didn't ask my parents or anything. I just went to the coach afterwards, and I asked her. I said, I hired her basically. I asked her. I said, "Can you coach me? What days are you available?" And then I asked for the skates. I made sure that I had enough money or for the skates. I made sure that my parents would be okay with the prices and everything. And then I came to her, and the coach, she actually came to my mom later, and she said, "Your daughter just hired me. Here's a list of prices for skates, for used skates, because I know she told me that you don't want to pay that much money for skates." So she said to make sure that you really want to do this sport, that she would have to be really assertive with it. So I did.
Well, as a coach myself, that's a fabulous story, because if we could get a whole lot of kids, I coach basketball, but if I could get kids coming to me like that, I would be so impressed and so happy to have kids wanting to be involved that much. Well, so I understand you were 8 years old when that happened,
yeah.
and you've been skating for 14 years, and now you're a member.
6 years.
Or, excuse me, you're 14 now. So
Yeah.
You're 14 years old. You've been skating for 6 years, and I understand now you're a member of the Couer, which is a suburb of St. Louis,
Yeah.
Couer Skating Club.
Yeah.
What has that been like to be a member of a skating club?
Oh, it's really nice, because they have special practice sessions for the members of that club, and it's really nice to get a little bit of extra practice. And the people there, they're really welcoming. They're very big supporters of you. So no matter what, you might not really know a person, but they're kind of there as like a really good support for you. It's really nice. It's a really welcoming community.
And getting that many people together, do you get coaches that can help you with more technical aspects of your sport?
Definitely. So, you might just have one coach that's a part of that club with you, but they're really good at what they do, and they really help you with your technique, with every type of aspect in the sport.
Well, so I understand that you've moved up to intermediate freestyle.
Yeah.
We have a viewership here that's not very knowledgeable about your sport. So explain both things. What does intermediate mean, and what does freestyle mean?
Well, intermediate is just another level in the ranks, and there's, I think, 8 to 10 levels. And so from intermediate, there's novice, and there's junior and senior is the highest level you could be at. So the people that you see in the Olympics, that's their level, senior. Intermediate, it's a pretty competitive group of people, and freestyle just means it's basically just what you see in the Olympics, like the jumps and the spins and the different technical aspects of the sport. It's basically the same thing with the programs, the routines. It's a really, I like it a lot. It's very fun it's very competitive, but it's something about that where it's like the adrenaline that you get once you're on the ice, and you're like, oh, we're all competing against each other. Once you walk into the arena for the competition, it's so fun.
Well, we're taping today on April Fool's Day, April 1st, and you're appearing in your competition is out at Silverstein Center out in Independence, Missouri, which is a hockey facility, but they're having a competition out there. So that's just so our viewers will know kind of why you're in town from St. Louis. I understand you go to Metro Classical Academy in St. Louis, and that you're a freshman in school there. How's that school?
It's a really good school. The academic part of it is really tough, but I like it a lot because it's challenging. And the people there, it's a very small school. It's like 300 some kids there, so You know a lot of the people, and everybody there is really welcoming. They're very accepting of you, so it's not like, oh, I'm a freshman, kind of like I'm afraid to say anything. It's really welcoming. Everybody knows everybody. You don't have to stay in your own grade, but it's also really fun because the teachers there are also really good too. I really enjoy their teaching style. It's really fun. I like it a lot.
Okay, so I got a two-part question here. What kind of awards have you won so far, and how far do you intend to take this skating?
Well, I've actually won, I feel like, quite a bit of skating competitions in my level. I've won, well, Kansas City, I came here last year and I came in second in my group. I used to skate in Oregon, Portland, Oregon, and I won a couple of skating competitions over there too. So it's been varying because there's different types of levels and skating quality in the two states, Missouri and Oregon. So it's been interesting looking at the difference between the two. So I think that in Missouri it's a lot more competitive here. So I don't know, I like skating here a lot better to kind of, I don't know, it makes me feel a little bit better about my skating.
Well, so then how far do you think you can take this skating thing?
I want to at least get to nationals if I can. I really want to try to get there. So there's regionals, sectionals, and nationals. So I guess if I can make it past sectionals and nationals is where I want to go.
Okay, well, so last question for you. What are your heroes? I know probably you watch the Olympics real close every time they come along.
Yeah.
Who are your heroes in the figure skating world?
Yeah. It's hard to find someone because there aren't very many African American figure skaters that are out there. So the two that I really like are Debbie Thomas and Sarah Bonali. So those two people, they don't skate anymore, but I still look up to them. But also there's one this past year, Julia Lipnitskaya. She's Russian, and she's only 15, and she went to the Olympics. So it makes me feel like I could do the same thing. It's just, they're skating. The passion for the skating is what I see when they skate, and I feel the same exact thing. So I can relate to that, and I try to look at them and like I want to strive to be like them.
Well, it certainly has been a pleasure being here with you, and you're certainly a very well-spoken young lady, and you kind of have your head on straight and know where you're going with your sport. So we've had Ayodele Lewis here talking about figure skating, and this is Randy Ferris again for Cascade Sport.
I'm IFBB Bikini Pro Kat Williams, and when I'm not working out in the gym, I'm searching the web on Cascade Media and What's Up Kansas City. So make sure you check them out.